Tug Valley grows.
Well, I'm so glad you all could be here this evening. I've been waiting for you. Been thinking on what you wanted from the last time we talked. You wanted to know how the people who lived here talked about what happened to them and how things come to be what they are. So I was thinking, I told you about my grandma's post office, and that was the best place for people to meet and socialize. Remember I said right up there with going to church. Well, we had these old fellers, these old four fellers. They's too old to work. So they'd get around and they'd argue with each other, and a jawing and a chawing, that tobacco getting spit wherever they could, sometimes right on that hot pot-belly stove that just fizz. But I remember them real well. Let me see now, there's one who lived here most longer than others, and he was an old farmer, and he believed in living on the land with the land. And he believed that you got to put down roots the right way. So he would take on something like this. Wouldn't be here, none of us sitting here today, unless we had been nurtured by nature. How many of us have ever really enjoyed a good squirrel stew? Yeah. How about fried rabbit? Yeah, I see you nodding, you're right. That and then for the hunting and the fishing and the wild stuff here, that stuff we take for granted just wouldn't have happened. Now, think about our falls. Nowhere else can you get them black walnuts. You know what I mean? When them nuts start to fall and that green shell just drops off, and you have to have a rock to put them on and a rock to break them open, or a really big hammer. But when you get the meat, you got to pick it out with something. You got something like nothing else. Now them English walnuts are dried up and tasteless. You crack them easy, but you don't eat them easy. And then pawpaws. Y'all have pawpaws? Yeah. Over in Hawaii, they call them papayas. Well, what they are pawpaws. And you let them ripen in the fall. And when they turn kind of yellow, you smash them open and just eat that mushy fruit inside better than any pear, better than any other thing you won't have. And what about persimmons? You ever have persimmons? Yeah. I only see them grow along the Tug River. But when I did, I made a mistake. I tried eating one before it was ripe. That alum just stuck in my mouth and puckered me up for a week. So you have to know how nature's making things happen. Now these are just examples of what I'm trying to tell you. There are things about Appalachia that you can't get nowhere else. Nowhere else. Like Indian summer. You know that time way in September, maybe October, when there's this hot spell. And it feels just like summer, but it ain't. Because right after it, when you have the first frost, you're going to have things happen. You're going to have red maples, red ones. And you're going to have birches all silver. And you're going to have gold oaks. And you're going to have them sumacs that turn just the deepest, prettiest red you ever seen. And our mountains is going to look like something no painter could ever come up with. No siree. And then when spring comes, yeah, we're just tired of everything looking great. Because that's what winter does from about November to about March. Everything's great. And then there's this little tiny red bud that just saps out and peaks, and then they begin to join him, and nature just comes along. The next thing you know, here's this dogwood. Now, dogwood's my very favorite, and it probably costs the story of what it means. As it goes, the wood of that was used for Christ's cross. Yeah. And then when you look at them flowers and them 4 little white petals, his arms and his legs, and you look at them little brown spots on the edge of each petal, that's his blood. And that dogwood's here to remind us that resurrection is happening. It's happening with our Christ, and it happens with nature, and it happens with us. So if we'll get ourselves out there and get it together, we're going to live a life like nobody else could. But we got to have family. And we wouldn't have none of this living right where we are today unless we was born stubborn. And we was born wanting independence. And family makes that, and we come from good stock, and we all know that blood will tell. When you have family, you can knock on any door, and you know they'll take you in. Now, for example, that Rosanna McCoy, yeah, you remember, yeah, everybody remembers that Rosanna McCoy, because she was one of them, and she got mixed up with this Hatfield boy. Now, they wanted each other, but neither of the family wanted them to have each other. But they did anyhow. So this Rosanna, what she done was run away, and she showed up at my great aunt's door, pounding on it like nothing you ever heard, and my aunt let her in. And Rosanna was in the family way. And then what happened? So was my aunt. It was about her laying in time. So what she done was bring Rosanna in. She's wanting to hide from her brothers. So my aunt let her hide up in the loft, and then the brothers come by. And my aunt said, oh, she ain't here, and I don't feel good because of my delicate condition, and I hope you boys understand. Oh, yes, ma'am, and excuse us, ma'am, and they backed out. Because everybody knows how to respect people when they gotta. So these McCoy boys left, and Rosanna got away from them. Too bad that she didn't end up with that Hatfield boy. I think she ended up marrying one of his cousins. I believe that's. But the point I'm making is this: family. Anything you need, you knock on any door, and somebody's going to take you in. Even if you're just distant blood, it's going to be there. That's what we need. And we got to plant family like we plant our seeds in the garden. And when we sow something in the garden, we put things down. We don't plant taters and tomatoes right together. We grow them separate. Tomatoes here and potatoes there. And when we plant family, we grow side by side too, in the right place. Now, that's putting down roots. You know how to live and get along with what natural things we have. And you know that that's roots. So y'all man up? Just man up. You know I'm right.